We live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live! Yeah!
That was the worst possible start.
Well, this is a new format, guys, and welcome to Loose Trunks. We're live, as you can see, so technicals like that actually will happen tonight. We've all been told to put a button on it, keep it tight, and keep it clean. PG clean. No, we're still going to drop the F-bomb here and there. Fuck you, Roman! Obviously, I'm still your very controversial host, Tugboat.
And I'm your co-host, Adam Mack.
As you can tell already, in this new setup that we've got in our superfan's house, so thank you, superfan!
Thank you, Joe Max. We love you.
But yeah, so we are now in our new studio, and unfortunately that does mean I have to have one of my panellists very close to me who thinks he's a co-host, but he's not. He's
I'm the co-host.
You're just too close for comfort.
And
It's Adam Mack! Yeah!
Dave about me.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pity clap. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You should be doing, because he's doing terrible.
He's doing
and we'll
great.
touch upon that later.
He's been screwed by the man.
Screwed by the man?
Yeah.
I mean,
A man and a woman.
Let's start this off actually, like how I mean to go. Adam, have you ordered yourself a Yes Mode t-shirt?
Of course, yeah.
So,
it's in the mail.
Our proud sponsors of Around the Ring, check them out, they're fantastic. Floyd on the last episode was caning anyone who brought a Yes Mode t-shirt, saying they would have to be sincerely done in their head to buy that. Floyd, you're a hero.
No, he's not a hero.
Floyd,
No.
Floyd.
Look, Floyd's cool and he's great at queuing and shit, but he knows nothing about Daniel Bryan. So, yes mode all the way.
Well, I'm going to go to my other panellist. He's the world's largest panellist, Liam. I'm sure you've got some strong views about this, big man.
I just like the way they had a match to just sell a t-shirt.
Yeah, why not?
Like, and WWE talk about a charity that they do. Realistically, we do the charity because we buy these t-shirts.
Yeah.
They give nothing to society. And genuinely, I do actually reckon you've probably saved about 9 homeless people with all the Daniel Bryan stuff you bought.
Exactly, I'm doing my bit, you know.
Just so you also know, he has Daniel Bryan Uggs.
He does. In fact, they featured on our archive what you can find on this page. Subscribe today.
And it's
That'd
not,
be great.
And it's not $9.99.
No, it's totally fucking free. It's free. It's DD free. Yeah. Bang! Yeah, off the top of my head. And finally, we've got the world's randiest man in all the land. The only man more randier than this man is Randy Orton, and we will touch upon that horny little sucker later. It's Randy David Farrington! Hey!
I'm on. Hi, Dan, if you're watching.
How you doing, Dave?
I hope you got your pants up.
Dave, may I just say that's a wonderful shirt and very appropriate. We might as well kick off with, like, this is a bit of a, as the technical people would say, house cleaning sort of shit, you know. Matt Hardy, unfortunately, he's had to retire.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Since when?
Do you not know about it?
Like last week.
Yeah, like he put like a video out and stuff.
Yeah, he said it's
Are
time.
you serious?
No,
We still
no.
got Edge though, yeah?
Yeah,
He's coming back for the 1000 SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is.
Oh.
And Edge and Christian show, Series 2,
Yeah.
on the
Who's
WWE
Who's
Network.
Who's Christian?
Christian Cage.
You know,
Don't know.
he's having
What-
one
what's
last
he done?
match.
Was he in a tag team?
He was in a tag team
With who?
with Edge.
Oh, Randy Orton.
Who?
Randy Orton. and
You're
Edge.
too much. You are too much. Stop it. Christian is Captain Charisma. How dare you blaspheme that man?
Oh, the one with the blue circle on his face that Vince want me to watch.
Yes, that one. That's the guy.
Yeah.
But
I like
yes,
it.
unfortunately, we have lost Matt Hardy.
Oh.
So the first question I am going to start off with, and it weren't going to be initially planned, but I will go for it. Where does Bray Wyatt go from here?
I sort of hope they just completely like repackage him now. Like he's done the whole mysterious, weird cult thing, and he's been thrown around doing all sorts in tag teams and all sorts of crap. Pretty much, it's not really like worked now. I think so. I think he needs to go away for a little bit and then repackage himself in some sort of new,
who would have thought
mystical
like 3
something.
years ago? You know, Bray Wyatt was like the face of the Wyatt family.
Oh,
Who would have thought that both
Shit hot.
the rest of the Wyatt family, including Braun, have all gone on to do bigger and better things than Bray.
At the moment. At the moment. Yeah, no, at the moment, currently standing.
Both tag team champions.
So don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He was only Raw Tag Team Champions about a month and a half ago. If I'm going to be really pedantic, what I will be, because now I know you guys will be typing away. If you are typing away, feel free to get in contact with us, and if you want to ask us anything, you can, because we are live. And if not, just put it in the comments below, and we'll get back to you. It's how we roll around here. But yeah, no, you are right. He at the moment is the least relevant of the
old Wyatt family, yeah.
But the thing is, what the logical thing to do is, because let's be honest, we'll talk about the match, but Jeff's not doing anything, is he? So just have Brother Nero come in, have those two together. It will work the same as with Hardy. It didn't really work with Hardy anyway. It wasn't getting anyone over. The problem is, how do you repackage someone like Bray Wyatt? Because he's always going to be Bray Wyatt. That's the thing. It's not like but it's not like repackaging a Ryback where you could just change his name slightly.
You've kind of hit the nail on the head there with a point that you just made on the fact that Jeff Hardy. Yeah. Now, if we move over to I'm going to use my clapper here because our editing god Schofield. Shout out to Schofield, everyone. Wait to Schofield. Hi, Schofield. When I clap, this will change, and this is going to be amazing, right? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
Oh God, your sister Abigail.
SmackDown Live. Yeah, you know. So Jeff Hardy, he could come back, and Bray Wyatt could go with him. That's the only possible.
What does he actually do though? Because he doesn't. For me
I can't see
personally,
him doing the whole Brother Nero.
But the thing is, personally for me, doesn't deserve a title run.
Who's this? What, Jeff?
Jeff, no, not world heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? For me personally,
before we go on to Jeff Hardy, I'm going to do my clappy thing again, so I can get the last pay-per-view. Because if we're going to start with Jeff Hardy, we might as well start from what was Hell in Cell.
Oh, it's so scary.
Fantastic. So Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton. They had an amazing match.
Oh, cracking.
Very good too.
I did not look forward to it until I watched it.
If you watch my lazy prediction video, I felt rather smug as I watched that match because I said it could be the best match on the card, and I think bar one it was the best match on the card.
It was brutal. Like it's one of the most brutal matches they've had in ages. Like the whole screwdriver through the air plug thing was fucking horrible. Yeah.
Great. The thing was, at first he put it through, and I thought, oh, that's shit. And then he just kept twisting and twisting. And I thought, he only twists once, and that's going to still be shit. And he twisted it like 3 times. I was like, oh, you dirty fuckers.
It was the first time in a long while I believed that Jeff hurt himself.
Yeah?
Because when he actually fell into the table, it's
like
not until annoyingly
stuff.
WWE gave us 5 rewinds of it, and then by the 5th one you see this. Yeah. And you're like, alright, well, I believed it for like a good 30 seconds there. Well done, you ruined your job. You have one job and you had me believing it, and then you went, oh, do you know what? Another rewind. Thanks. But I did. It was a great match.
It was about.
But where did they go?
It was about 5 seconds off of pace. It would have. It looked amazing. Yeah. But it should have looked so much more that bit. Yeah. When he was hanging like fucking Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
It was a really, really dirty old match. You know, you've not seen that sort of like brutal sort of Hell in a Cell match in quite a while. I can't remember the last Hell in a Cell that was that brutal.
No.
I
Was it
can't
the-
remember.
Apart from
The New
The
Day
tag-
Usos
the tag
one.
team one.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
that was.
But even that
But
was.
it was-
I don't
it
think
wasn't
it was
the
as
same
brutal as
sort
that.
of style.
No,
It
it
was
was
playful.
it was inventive, and that's when wrestling is
Yeah.
good. When you see something you haven't, so like for example, Jeff Hardy surfing on the table
Yeah.
to
Oh,
slide
that
into
was
his
so
chest.
cool.
That was
Yeah.
fucking brilliant. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I've never seen anyone use that as a surfboard and
Yeah.
baseball slide a table into someone's chest. That's sick.
Yeah.
To then throw him into the cell with the same motion. That was, for me, it set off. And so, Hell in a Cell, before the pay-per-view started, build up for the whole card was shit, really. There was, apart from the Charlotte and Becky stuff and the AJ and Joe stuff.
No, and the tag team. The Drew, Ziggler, Rollins.
No,
there was-
I'm saying the build up.
Yeah, I think the build up for that
Oh,
was
really?
good as well.
Oh,
Genuinely,
fair.
I hate Dean Ambrose, and it annoyed me he was in there, but I thought Drew and Dolph were doing some of the best stuff. I think Rollins was playing that face that he plays actually quite well. And actually, I was looking forward to watching the match.
It was a bit
Well,
messy,
it was a good thing that you was looking forward to that match, because it was a match I knew they would put on a show. I didn't think it'd be the match stealer and potentially match of the year, because it was it was phenomenal. It was a great tag team match.
I text Dan, who I work with, because he was working late, and he just got in as it finished. I went genuinely.
Is that Dan Mysterio?
Dan Mysterio.
So Dan Mysterio.
Hey, Dan Mysterio.
Apparently, you're called Dan Mysterio
Is it
now.
like Ray's
He
cousin?
watches Lucha Underground. He
Yeah,
watches
Dan
some-
Mysterio.
Yeah, it's crap though, Lucha Underground. And
Whoa, there might be some fans out there, Liam. Look.
well, then try.
We
and
apologise to our
I'm-
Mexican court.
I'm sure all,
Go back to
I'm
your
sure
burrito
all
in
4
disgust.
of the Lucha Underground fans are raging on Twitter right now.
If I like
Kill the fat one.
right, the Mexicals are really cool. We could talk about that if you want. But no, for me, I texted him and went, I genuinely think this could be my match of the year,
It was brilliant.
because I loved every series, and it's that good when Dean Ambrose doesn't make me actually want to die.
No, look, let's
He's
face it.
okay.
Dean
No, he's
Ambrose.
right. That's probably his best ever match.
From there, I-
And this was something our sponsors around the ring said on their latest show. What very correct. It's very rare you see a wrestler be injured for that long, come back, and not just have an appearance change, but actually have a moveset change. He's changed the way he wrestles for the
Yeah.
better.
yeah, no,
Like, don't get me wrong, there's still the air hands and all the rest of the chaotic
Oh.
shit, but it doesn't look as bad because you're no longer watching that bastard bit of fringe that he was
The
clinging on to life for.
the only thing of the whole match I did not enjoy was Summer Rae.
Summer Rae.
Why did I say
Summer Rae.
Summer Rae.
What's
What's
Summer Rae in this match?
I didn't enjoy that.
Summer Rae.
Summer Rae.
I don't know why I just said Summer Rae. Yeah, I don't
From
know
there.
why I just
I
said
mean,
that.
like, I like her
I
Instagram,
meant,
but...
I literally have just gone blank with her name. Dean's lovely wife commentator.
Oh, Renee
Oh,
Young.
Yeah, same person to me. She looks
Oh,
like Summer
yeah,
Rae.
of course, you know.
That's
What was
honest.
that whole thing like? Get
No,
a
'cause
piece
the
of
thing
pie
is-
or some
The
shit.
thing is, like, for me, it was awkward because she.
Well, it's always going to be.
But no, but she's going to be she isn't Michael Cole back in the day or Corey Graves. So she's not taking a side in a match. Yeah?
No.
And for me, in that, she has to take a side. Because you can't be impartial while someone's kicking your
Well,
husband's head in.
Well, she kind of no.
And there was, I think she played it well enough. But I think if the writing team wise,
she kind
I
of
think it
was
should have
backing
been
her
better.
husband because
Yeah, but I think it should have been a lot stronger.
the way to do
She's
it
trying to be
is
impartial
when
still,
you've got
but she-
something like that. There's the problem with the internet generation that we live in for wrestling, and the Total Divas and all the rest of it. We know far too much about it. That's what's ruined the product, realistically.
Yeah.
Still great product, but like it'd be even fucking better if surprises, what we will touch upon later, happen more often. You're like, oh fuck, I genuinely didn't have a fucking clue that was going to happen. And so when we were growing up, the first example I could have of where we saw that sort of thing was the late great Grandmaster Sexy and the King, when the King used to commentate every time that Too Cool or Too Hot used to come out, actually originally, and he used to really big up Brian Christopher, but we didn't really know it was because it was his son until someone tweaked, and then he started mentioning it. I think because, let's face it, little Timmy, the 8-year-old, doesn't watch Total Divas, so he doesn't have a clue that Renee Young is getting pulled by Dean Ambrose.
Well, they have mentioned it on the main show before, haven't they?
Yeah, she said she opened it with.
Is it like a few years back when-
It was
But
the start of the match. They were talking about, is this awkward for you because it's your husband? All I'm saying is, like, she's a face commentator anyway. Yeah, she's never going to be the heel commentator. They're the face team. If they were the heel team, it'd be different. But they're the face team. Just go full in then. Go, because I found it was quite awkward. Her trying to, and she's learning in the role. I think she's doing a really good job so far. But when she's trying to get around, oh yeah, that's a good headlock from Dolph Ziggler. I don't think she should be. I think she should be going, that's my husband. No, get off. And it's one of those things Stephanie does very well with Triple H. Is I know that he's a heel, but she will always back Triple H if
she's more of a sort of character.
No, I know.
Renee is.
But the thing is,
on commentary,
if you look back at Michael Cole with the Miz back in the day, he was supporting the Miz through anything in that sense.
Awful, though.
Yeah, it was awful because they were heels.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it's a face, you got to think it's the face team. So I don't.
So bar this weird little bit of awkward commentating, the match itself is fucking stellar.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, do they drop the titles to the newly acclaimed Dogs of War? What is a fucking awesome name? Do you enjoy the name?
Yeah, I do. It's a complete reverse on the Shield, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just
love it.
It is. I mean, they're more badass, and I'll tell you who is the MVP at the moment of Raw. Bar obviously Seth Rollins, week in week out, has been doing it, and we all know. But on the other side of the coin, fucking Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre is
been the
fucking
dude,
unbelievable. I mean, when he transformed my boy Dolph Ziggler, he made him relevant to the point where even our editor, say hello to Adam.
Hi.
He was Dolph Ziggler's biggest hater. Now, Adam, how do you feel about Dolph Ziggler?
I actually quite like Dolph Ziggler.
And is that because of Drew?
It's because of Drew. Yeah, he's really turned it around. Like, the character is interesting, which it hasn't been in fucking years. So.
Right,
and it's all because of the Iron Brew Drew.
Yes, the Iron Brew.
The only thing I will say though, and I don't like to attack Schofield, but he is a very fickle wrestling fan.
Oh.
One minute he loves Roman. Next
he
minute
was a big Roman fan.
Well, I'm gonna stick up for him later on, and I'll tell you why this is bullshit.
Okay, please do.
But you know, I just think he's down with storytelling. What good fans are, you know.
True.
Anyway,
very, very true. And I might get into that myself later. So.
It's
as the co-host, I do not agree with this.
No,
you are not the co-host.
I'm in the co-host chair.
Right, we're going to touch upon this. I didn't want to go there, but since Daniel Bryan's come back, he's been a fucking travesty.
No, he hasn't. He's
had
a mate
was dog shit.
Okay.
It was the worst match on Hell in Cell, wasn't it?
Okay,
come on, admit it. It was the worst match on the fucking card.
Because like Maurice and Brie can't wrestle for shit. Okay, so
accordingly, Daniel Bryan's lost all fucking coolness about him. He's now like, don't touch my wife, baby.
Like this is just like filler stuff before they get to their main feud. And he's had like fucking amazing matches week to week on SmackDown.
At the moment,
so recently, he's got his number.
Miz like that.
Because
hello, Daniel. Yeah, I've got your number. I've got it right now. Because and you're my bitch.
He's a cowardly
you
bastard.
Are my
so
hairy goat face.
He's being a cowardly bastard, and eventually, this is how the
story
story has to go.
Like,
right?
Look, this is what I mean about
Brian has to lose.
You're a coward. You're a coward. Be cool, Daniel. Say something like, you're a cunt. Don't just do something like... Well, look at what Becky Lynch has brought. Dropping bitches and shits and all the rest of it.
That's not Daniel
Why
Bryan's
can't Daniel Bryan do it?
Daniel Bryan's
he said one son of a bitch. He said one son of a bitch. You touch my wife, you son of a bitch.
That's not Daniel Bryan's character. He's the underdog still.
He's a hairy
He is the people's champion. He's the underdog. So
just because he's a mid-card wrestler doesn't mean him as an underdog.
So like he has to lose, quite a lot before they eventually build him back up to win.
So an underdog loses, wins at WrestleMania 30 main event and wins at WrestleMania 31 the IC. That's an underdog.
Yeah, but like
he's the most over
literally his entire story building up to WrestleMania 30.
We know his story. We've already fucking seen it.
But
because he's a vegan doesn't mean he's an underdog.
He's not a vegan. He's a Presbyterian. So.
Oh.
But all I'm
That's
saying,
fish.
is if Batista
Like,
comes back, God
He's
bless
not
this
gonna
man.
come back. Fuck you.
Do you know what? Just on your point,
Vince doesn't want him.
Just,
He's
just
moved
on your point, Sam. Yeah. Do you know why he's not cool? Yeah. Because if you actually think about it, he was never cool. Yeah. He wrote the
The whole thing wasn't meant that he was cool.
No.
He
wrote.
was the underdog.
No,
So
he wasn't.
That's his story.
CM Punk was the underdog.
No, he wasn't.
And then CM Punk
He was the
left
anti-hero.
because he was sick of it. And then your little guy went, "Oh, I'm gonna, yeah, that's me now." He's the most boring man in history of wrestling. He makes Dean Malenko interesting.
Wow, Demon Malenko's pretty cool, man.
No, he's not. He's boring. He's a Lance Storm. I prefer genuinely to talk to Lance Storm and Dean Malenko than listen to him go, "You're a coward.
Well,
You're a coward."
all right,
Now,
in fairness,
His wife
Adam,
can't wrestle.
fair enough. You admitted the thing I didn't think you would admit. You admitted that it was the shittest match.
Yeah, cool, yeah, but it was
So I
shit, man.
appreciate that. Let's shake on that.
Okay. As your co-host, I'll happily admit that.
Fuck's sake. And basically,
I've heard he's fighting Mojo.
this is how I see it, and this is how I want to see it go. Right, I want to see that Super Showdown. When we chat about that later, they've got a match, and now we know the winner gets a title opportunity. Hope Daniel Bryan loses that.
Oh, yeah, it will,
It's still the Miz. Then at Survivor Series, what I really want is, you get the traditional matches. I want to see the Miz's versus Daniel Bryan's family. That's what I want.
What?
I want
The Miz's? What Mrs.?
Like the Miz's family, like the Miz's dad, Maurice. That's what I want. And then
Like
I
family, like family
then I want
fortune.
like people power, Daniel Bryan, Brie,
You don't see her in there, would
Nikki.
you?
No, you won't have
no,
seen
you
it.
won't have
I've
seen
seen
it.
it's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah,
But you should have the other cover.
That would be like the ultimate
Like the
action.
return of the other one.
Considering this is a crap idea, but to make it
I mean,
slightly
It'd be
good.
great.
No, we
Do
won't.
it like
Yeah,
family
we
Mate,
fortune.
no, yeah.
Get like Les
But
Dennis
then-
on there. Yeah.
The Mrs. Dad tweaks his ankle, yeah, and then he goes, Miz goes, my next, and to replace my daddy's, and then da da da, yeah, John Cena's nailing Maurice's sister. Boom, relate to me now, and just literally, just take attitude adjustment on Nikki Bella and goes, I never liked you.
Now this is why Lee never got a job writing for the WWE because that is, that's up there with EastEnders. Like that is like 5 Christmases rolled into one. That's too much for the brain to handle. I was just going for a cheap 1980s little wrestling family.
Oh yeah,
Daniel Bryan's family.
you were just doing family
You went
fortune
into, like-
series.
I like realism.
The fact that John Cena's back and he's gonna stare across the ring at Nikki and be like, yeah, I'm now nailing Maurice's sister. Does she even have a sister? Is it a poodle?
I know,
Who
but-
fucking knows? What's
Also-
that dog called?
and then-
It should just be family fortunes, and you can get her.
And then
like,
Daniel
Pumpkin.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, I've got-
Our
I've got-
audience
I've
is-
got
I've got another little twist, and then Daniel Bryan goes, well, here's my son, and Hornswoggle comes out.
Oh,
I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's move on from that because Hell in a Cell was fucking brilliant because we had 2 great women's matches. Let's start with the lesser one of the 2. What was Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss? Now, it's not the greatest match that Alexa Bliss has ever had, but the story that was told in the match was fucking great because the week before on Raw, you saw Ronda injured ribs, and they went to fucking town on it. And to the person who hadn't watched Raw that week, the commentators made fucking sure you knew that Ronda had bad ribs from the go, and literally then every time you saw Alexa Bliss go in like a great white shark, smelling blood, chewing on it, you were like, that's fucking awesome. And you saw a way that Ronda Rousey could be defeated. There was moments in that match where you thought,
Made it like believable.
yeah, you thought she might fucking lose the belt. And not just that, had it been another squash match, you're only fucking ruining both Ronda by building her up as like a new fucking Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar, however you want to call it, and you're only damaging Bliss by being on the
And the whole women's division, because if Bliss has been that dominant for that long, and then gets
Very
squashed,
true.
that's the whole women's women's division.
My only issue with that match, and my only issue with the women's division, is
Does it have a heart?
these managers.
Oh, yeah.
I just, because for me, it's like, right, okay, I
Does she
understand.
come out in a leather
No,
jacket?
but no, yeah, well, I don't like Natalia. Oh, what a shock. Yeah, like, and I'm not actually
She's
genuinely.
great, man.
No, right now I'm not actually even digging Natalia so much.
No one asked
Actually,
why.
I'm more digging Mickey James because and the
Well,
rest.
you
Because
say
I'm
that,
not a big
man,
fan of
no,
Mickey
no,
James.
but
but
Alicia
uh,
Fox
my-
has changed her shit.
yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
She's
not
really,
ready.
Alright,
she's just
but
wearing different
my-
crazy outfits.
Yeah, but at least she's on TV. She's done something to
Yeah,
herself on
but-
TV.
yeah, but the thing is, my point is, yeah. So you have one title, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
What is still the problem?
But the
with
thing is,
women's?
are we? This is where WWE always go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're meant to believe it, yeah. So you're telling me that Natalia 2 months ago was a heel.
Yeah.
Now she's a face. Yeah?
Yeah.
There was no big change. She was just a face.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing as well is Mickey
But
James.
Mickey James done that.
Mickey James was a face.
Yeah, she's
now
great,
she's
yeah,
a heel.
And she
but
hated
the thing
Bliss's
is,
guts, and then
The
suddenly
difference
they were
is
best
when
mates
it was Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, it was good storytelling. There was little bits where you're like, oh, that's a bit, but it was good storytelling. With Sasha and Bayley, there's bits where I'm like, oh, but it is good storytelling. With these, there is nothing that makes me think, oh, they're friends. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
this is-
They go down the nightclub and they have a couple of cocktails and I'm like, woo, girls'
Yeah,
night!
it's just because
I don't
like,
believe it.
Natalia can't really, act and do good promos really
Or
in
wrestle,
general.
but
So.
yeah.
She's an okay wrestler.
she's
The,
good.
the,
She's decent.
the problem is that they try and give too much TV
Yeah.
time to all the women. So it's a case of like everyone has to be like teams or friends.
Yeah.
You've got like
Well,
Riot Squad, which fair enough, they're a team.
They're
You know,
good.
Yeah,
put
they're
together.
good.
I like 'em,
Fuck,
yeah.
But then you put Alexa Bliss with
Yeah.
2 women.
Yeah.
That's another
Don't
crowd.
need that. No.
You then have the Bella twins, but both together on Raw.
At the moment, you got fucking Nia and Ember now suddenly chums.
Yeah.
Exactly, you've got everyone.
But this is a very smart point you're making, and this is something that I've been banging on for years about that they either need their own brand, what will completely
Can't
kind
see him
of
doing that.
what would kind of ruin the whole evolution thing, or it would maybe be the
Well, I
ultimate
think that's
empowerment
that's
thing if
the
they
ultimate
had their own show.
evolution, isn't it?
Like, I mean, they've got their own pay-per-view now, but the
They've still got sold out
realistically, for this influx of women, and they are all great women, you're gonna have to step it up and make women tag teams titles.
Has to be tag team because if
Because,
you're all
yeah,
pally
they-
pally mates,
This,
Yeah, they've
we've
gotta
been,
do
we've
tag
been
team.
2 pay-per-views now where Saley and fucking
Basher.
Bailey, right?
Bashing Brothers.
So sorry, Bailey, where they have literally not featured, not even on the fucking pre-show. Now these are 2 women that put on for a lot of the marks. Not in my eyes, it's a great match, but it ain't the greatest match. But a lot of people will say the greatest match of all time.
Greatest women's
Well, no,
match,
yeah, it's
maybe.
probably great. What, the one at Brooklyn?
Yeah. I'd say I'd argue with you on that. I think Charlotte Asuka last year was.
What's the best women's match?
fucking,
Still?
yeah,
Because of the
unbelievable.
build up and that.
Yeah,
I don't know, I think-
unbelievable. Or the fucking first A&T triple threat. Was it triple or fatal 4-way?
What, the one on NXT with Becky, Sasha, Charlotte, and
It was at Mania, and it was.
oh, that one.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, it was triple threat, wasn't it?
Yeah, triple threat.
Becky,
That was actually
Becky,
awesome.
Yeah.
That is
yeah.
the best women's
That was
match.
that was
I've
the best
seen,
match of Mania. That
Yeah.
Mania.
It was. I remember when we went to the pub and that we
The
were
thing
like,
is,
shit,
well,
that
is
looked awesome.
the thing is as well, tag team wise, they're actually got the 2 perfect people, and I'm not their biggest fans, but Nikki's not going after the belt, Bree's not going to go after the belt, yeah.
No.
Well, they shouldn't. At least they really shouldn't. But actually, you have them as your first tag team championship, and the other thing as well, you don't need 2 tag team belts.
No,
have it floating over,
This
but
was
you
the
have
rumour
them-
that
you
was
have-
going to float.
You have them as your
Yeah, yeah,
first.
just have one for the whole
Yeah,
company.
you have your first female tag team belt.
That can
yeah?
go from either
That
side.
and they are the perfect 2 people because they're sisters. They are huge in the industry.
See, I'd
And-
rather see it go to someone like the Iconics.
Yes.
No, but they.
or-
But I think they
Or the
beat
Riot
them.
Squad would be
But I
good
think
to
they.
take,
But I think they beat
I think
them.
I
for
think
it.
you have a
Because
you have a tournament, and at the end you have the Bellas versus whoever,
But-
and then
That was
the
the
Bellas
talk for
get
Evolution.
your-
but never had.
But
How
every
happened?
the two
What, for having a
teams
tag
when you
belt,
actually look at team
Yeah.
wise, yeah.
Yeah.
When you look team wise, all the female teams, other than Friends, teams are heels, apart from the Bellas. So you have the Bellas win it first, and then you have great feuds with them. You can have them not squash, but have good solid matches, and then you have your Riot Squad or something like that, and you go, do you know what? Maybe when Ruby Riot is ready for her main title, yeah. You go right. All 3 of them have the belts. Yeah, and then you have. Do you know what I mean? So this is the way. No, not in a New Day way. In like an NWO way.
Oh,
where
so
she's
like,
got
right,
the,
so she
she's
has the
got the
main
women.
and
Yeah,
then
she's
they-
got a women's
yeah,
title.
yeah,
They've
okay.
got a
They can
tag
do that,
title,
yeah.
and then you got to think that's going to get them more over. That's how you write. I was joking about the family stuff earlier.
But
See-
going back, we've kind of sidetracked off it.
Yeah.
Ronda, still doing a good job in
Yeah.
ring, isn't she?
No, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
You know, and we'll touch upon her next sort of rivalry that's
Like
probably going to happen.
Like her promo skills are still a bit dodge, but
Yeah,
but
but
then, like,
fuck
you don't
it.
need to talk.
She's
really,
fit as
so-
fuck. Like, and this was something that our good sponsors at Around the Ring said.
What did Floyd
Sex
say?
sells.
She was.
Yeah, sex sells, and I agree with you, Floyd. Sex does
But,
sell.
yeah, but like, they're not sexualizing her or anything, are they?
No, but she
So-
is fit.
Yeah.
So, right person won that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Okay. Possibly the great storyline that has happened is on the other side of the women. Charlotte and fucking Stone Cold Steve Becky Lynch.
It works so well because Becky hasn't been important
For
for
so long.
for so long. And now she's really, really important. You remember the reason why she was the first ever women's champion on SmackDown.
And you know why everyone was harping on at the fact that why isn't Becky getting a push? Why isn't Becky
It's
getting a
worked
push?
so well.
And it's
Well, in
just
her
it's
favour.
just it's just
Yeah, no, it has.
yeah. You know,
People
it's
literally
like there
gagging
was
for
a
her to do
there was a
anything.
load of petrol and someone finally just went with a flame, and it's just
She's ran with that. Though.
yeah.
Do you know what else started it and made it a lot better actually?
Charlotte's boob job, fantastic.
No.
Just thought I'd squeeze that one in.
No, but it wasn't round.
She squeezed.
No,
it.
she's got new tits, Dave.
I know, but give it time. One of them's gonna.
Anyway,
Another time.
moving on to actually talk about it. It wasn't rammed down our throat like Sasha and Bailey. It wasn't. They're gonna fall out. Are they not? They're gonna fall out. Are they not? When it
I think
happened, we didn't think it was coming.
No,
I didn't
Well,
think Becky.
You
No,
sort
no,
of
but
saw
we
it
had
a little
little.
bit.
It was inkling, but it wasn't. It wasn't like Sasha and Bailey where it's like we're friends. Punch, punch, punch.
Yeah.
We're friends. Punch, punch, punch.
Yeah.
With them, it was like.
I mean that
No,
whole
they
thing,
not.
that whole way that they booked that
Yeah, it's superb.
is superb, and whoever wrote the Bailey Sasha stuff
Yeah.
should look at themselves and go, "Oh, that's
There's my
what we
notice.
should have
Yeah.
done."
No, like I see.
That's as easy as it needed to be.
Yeah.
All you needed was the Staten of fucking Princess of Staten Island in a freeway, like in a match, and literally,
Yeah, John was so upset when you just.
yeah,
That's the
literally.
thing though, like it's a much more like adult storyline. as
Yeah,
well,
it's
what they're
fucking
doing
brilliant.
With the whole,
It feels
say,
like an attitude
like
story.
the whole kiddie shit between
Yeah.
Sasha and Bailey was horrible. It seemed like a
Yeah.
serious proper feud.
This-
They
this-
actually had
This
proper
was,
beef with each
you've
other.
stolen every moment I could have had. It's
Yeah.
pure jealousy.
TikTok bitch, fucking.
Yeah.
You
Is
know.
it, do you know what? Do you know what it reminds me of? Sam and you. You're now co-host, and he's so jealous
I
that
know
you
he
are.
is, yeah.
And then the fans are gonna like
See,
you
I think
more.
my co-hosting skills are
Yeah.
doing
No, I
well.
think you're doing brilliant.
But
mate. I'm really
enough
proud of you.
about me. Schofield, what do you think?
So sorry, I wasn't.
I think you look both beautiful, both very
Hey,
very
it's not
beautiful.
my co-host.
He
I
is.
mean, I am. Yeah.
I mean, I
Schofield, come on now.
Well, let's go for it. To be fair, I want to ask Schofield this because I personally think Schofield's the genius behind this all. Why don't we vote for it? I think that's the only fair way to do this.
What? So
Leave it on the comments, guys. Below.
Let's leave it to the audience.
Yeah.
Sorry, audience.
See,
We've got a
See.
lot. Yeah, we've got a lot. I mean, hopefully WWE won't cut us off like last time. And we do apologise for anyone who thought we've been gone for a rather long time. We did do a SummerSlam one. It was going fucking great. Liam even made a friend or two.
Aw.
Little tiny Liam. It was a really, really good show until WWE actually shut us down for fuck knows why. But yeah,
Apparently,
so
I'm too good looking.
going back,
But you know, so far
apart from the shit ending, the right person won, but it was very sloppy, wasn't it? The
What?
way it was executed.
what the way that she sort of rolled Charlotte up.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was good
I thought
still.
it was good.
The whole like
Yeah.
spear into the
He's
roll.
not expecting it.
Like,
Yeah.
It had got that shot.
No, like it wasn't
Oh.
perfect, but it was still good. I think.
Well,
I just don't think it was nailed right.
It was just slightly off. That's all it was.
Well, it was better than like Maurice and Brie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, that was a 5-star classic.
That
man.
rolled up sweet.
Oh, fuck it. That was awful. I mean, we've already had our rant about
And the
how
Bree
fucking-
suicide dives are, you know.
Bree
like fucking dead salmon, isn't it? I still
Hey,
wish.
look, she got there in the end.
But yeah, no. basically going forward, I feel like this will carry on onto the All Women's pay-per-view. I feel like Becky Lynch, fair play to you. A lot of wrestlers could learn from what you've done. Just fucking grind, and then once an opportunity come along, you've just gone with it.
Couldn't even main event it.
What, even?
Oh, 100%. It won't.
But over like Bliss
won't.
and Trish.
It won't, because I'll chat about the main event in a minute of that, but it won't because we all know what it's going to be. And it's going to be
Things like
fucking awful.
Was it like with Becky? Like, do you reckon they'll keep her like heel or keep her more or
She-
Stone Coldy type?
so the thing is
cool
no.
character.
She is a heel. You are Stone Cold. Stone Cold was a heel.
Yeah.
His entire career. He was just made an anti-hero by evereveryone. Same as Punk.
Yeah.
So like,
His actions and all that, and like, the way he
Like,
speaks and that. He's
Same as
he
Braun.
is a
Braun
heel.
Strowman. It doesn't matter how many times you make that guy a heel, people are gonna fucking cheer him. And talking about, we have done all the other matches, haven't we?
Yeah,
on
the
this
important
card?
ones anyway.
Done the two women.
Yeah.
We've done the.
What is Reigns? Braun.
Well, yeah, that is
Yeah,
the last one. That's
Joe
what
and
I'm
AJ.
Oh, Joe and AJ. Let's go Joe and AJ first. Joe and AJ. Great story. Building up.
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy!
See,
Wendy! Anna! Wendy! Hey, Wendy! Wendy! Night, AJ! Wendy! Night, AJ! Wendy! Night, AJ! Wendy!
You know, I could
So
do
now on to Roman and Braun.
I'm not saying about that. Let's move on.
Now, you know what? The build up has been fucking great. WWE.com. Make me Night AJ already, or I'm
I want that
fucking
book.
kill
I
you.
want the book.
It's the ultimate fucking thing. Fantastic.
Paperback.
So that, what does that mean, Lord? How long we been going for? 45?
A while.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, nice. So we have basically the match itself was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the actual match was
It was
great.
fucking
It was
great.
it was the finish that was a bit meh.
Really?
So,
Yeah. How can you not enjoy the match?
yeah.
Maybe because I've seen them do better matches in TNA.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, no.
TNA, right?
Look,
Go on.
storytelling.
You had to mention the
Story,
T word.
Look. You had to fucking.
Storytelling wise, it was superb. It's not their best match. It was actually very boring. I found. I actually thought
It wasn't boring.
I thought their
I'm
match
not
at
saying that.
SummerSlam was a lot better.
Really?
I genuinely did not. I didn't think it was that great.
And I mean,
but
our
those two-
editor is nodding his head as well.
I genuinely have seen them, for one, in TNA do better matches against each other, yeah? And they weren't the two of probably up in the top 7 best wrestlers in the world like they are now.
Yeah.
Their match at SummerSlam was 200 times better in my opinion. I was bored at certain points. The story kept me going. If that was Jeff and Randy, yeah, I probably would have gone for a fag or a poo. That's genuinely, honestly, I did not
At the
think
same
it was
time.
that. Yeah,
Quite
at the
risky.
same time.
Get a bit of ash there.
No, it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
But
I genuinely didn't think it was that great of a match. Honestly.
the only thing I will say about this storyline, one, a lot of people were pissed that Joe hasn't won. Because people were dying to see Joe get the title and he's deserved it. And I actually said on my predictions video, I do have a horrible feeling they're going to drag this out to Survivor Series. Who was right?
I'm sure they will.
I was right.
No, but then does Joe win at Survivor Series?
He's got
or-
to.
I think
He's
he
got
has.
to
He
win.
does have to.
He has got to win.
AJ doesn't need the
It would
title.
like
He's
shit all
like-
over him if he lost now.
AJ, and it's another point our friends at Around the Ring said on the podcast. Basically, this title run, his latest title run with AJ, is becoming rather boring.
It's just because he's had the title for so
He's a
long.
great
now,
wrestler,
Like his match.
but this is not. It's not fucking gripping me. I don't think I'm great.
He
It's
doesn't need
AJ
the title,
Styles.
though.
It's not as good.
The
as
reason I've enjoyed this feud is because Joe
Yeah.
has been part of
Oh
this
yeah,
feud.
Joe's made.
It's nothing that AJ's done.
No.
AJ's like, oh, this is the house I built. How dare you disrespect my wife? Who gives a fuck? Like, I want to see Joe kick your ass. I want Joe holding the belt. Like, and it's nothing to do with his ability in the ring. He's still superb. He's still fucking best.
He's turned into a 5-move guy, though.
But
AJ.
Yeah.
I feel
Really?
like it needs freshening up because otherwise AJ's going to suffer. Joe's stock's going to go down. It was all right.
It's been going on for a bit too long.
So this was a 50-50 match. I enjoyed the match, but it is time for Joe to get the belt and time for it to move on. And finally, the last thing on Hell in a Cell. Well, it feels like we've been chatting about Hell in a Cell forever, but the other stuff that are only like mini topics, so don't worry, guys. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. It was. First of all, we had Mick Foley as the special ref, and if you haven't gone on WWE Network for how much?
No.
Watch Mick Foley's stand up about the Hell in a
really
Cell.
good.
It's fucking
Super.
sensational.
Super.
Really,
Yeah,
really
but
fucking
awesome.
good. And fair play Mick Foley for being in the match, even though you did fuck up the 3 count. You're still here.
He did, he did.
Can I? Sorry, I just really need to get a point before other people maybe steal this point. Great match by Roman and Braun. I will let them laying on for 20 minutes while people do things around the ring. But since when has a Hell in a Cell match been a no, like, oh no, we
That was
stop
complete
now.
nonsense.
We now stop.
Um,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, they've literally been kicking the crap out of it, hitting each other with chairs, everything like that. Yeah, we saw what happened with Jeff and stuff earlier, and then now suddenly, and it was actually, I will give this, the Brock bit was good. It's the first time in 4 years
so quickly,
Brock's been good.
Quickly.
But why does it
I-
not count? Why do we not get just him putting his hand over someone and fucking giving us a pinfall?
Well, so going back to that last bit, I popped seriously
Yeah,
hard,
I did.
and this is a
Right,
man
yeah.
that I
I
said
hate him.
is cancer
Yeah, he's
to the
cancer. Hated him,
WWE.
yeah.
Yeah, and I agree.
But I popped
Yeah.
because
It was
as
cool.
a
I did not
fan,
see him
I
go back,
know
no.
so much I like to think about the product, just because when you've watched it for so long, you kind of can tell where it's going to go. I did not fucking see that from a mile off. And I was like, whoa, fuck me, that is awesome. And it was great. It was really fucking good. Dave, did you enjoy Brock's return?
You know what? I join you on the fact that I too despise Brock Lesnar, but it did have that shock factor. The only thing I would say is that they were going on for ages about this is the 20th anniversary of the Hell in a Cell where Mick Foley got chucked off, and the fact that Mick Foley still carried on the match.
Yeah.
Well, what a way to shit all over
Oh
that.
no, let's cancel it. They're a bit injured.
By saying the match can't continue because of that.
Well, so this was a point that
He's been hit
someone...
with a table a couple
yeah.
of times.
Completely anti-hard.
Sabu
Schofield looks very happy about
Sabu
that.
used to throw himself into tables, guys.
That was because Sabu was scared
Yeah, but
of
the
someone
fact-
finding
right.
out he you know...
The fact
I think Schofield wants to talk.
But Davey's right. Yeah, let's Schofield talk. He hasn't spoke all night. Go.
I have to on this one. The whole, why did they stop a Hell in a Cell match? Let's put this in context here. So the Mick Foley Undertaker match, yes,
They
Mick
did
Foley
stop.
carried it on. However, yes, exactly,
They
Sam.
stopped it twice.
They stopped it twice. They were like the whole story of that match was that the first drop happened when he fell through the table, and they wanted to stop the match, and it was only Mick Foley who twice prevented them from stopping it and carried the whole thing on. So in terms of that context, you fast forward 20 odd years to but you fast forward to that point, and again, take it into context of like, you know, if you're gonna like compare this to any sport where like safety standards become even more strict, then of course they're gonna fucking stop the match. It does make sense in that regard,
then in
especially when the ref gets taken out.
At the same pay-per-view, yeah, you've got Jeff Hardy being out cold, yeah, and Randy pins him. Now, look,
Yeah, but that's- that was a
let me
heel
finish.
move.
Let me finish.
That was
yeah?
a heel
No,
move.
let me
Yeah,
finish.
that's exactly a heel move.
Let me finish because I think I've got a point that agrees. Like,
Okay.
so now if we're saying that if they're both out cold, it's off. Yeah. So then why, booking wise, have they not gone? Even if it's for Roman, Brock just puts the arm over whoever he wants to face next because he'll be in a match. Yeah. He does that, and then you also have the other person going, "I was screwed. I was thinking." So then you have other dimensions to this freeway that no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah, but let me add to that for a sec. That doesn't make sense because Brock doesn't like both of them because they were both hang on. They were both responsible for him losing the title. Braun was responsible, and then Roman made him lose it. So why is he going to help one of them win? It just doesn't really make sense.
But if he's coming out there to destroy, if he's coming out to destroy it, then he could choose one that he thinks is the lesser opponent. This isn't Spike Dudley. This is Brock freaking Lesnar.
Yeah, but this is where you're wrong. He's Brock Lesnar, so he doesn't give a fuck. that he's got to take on the pair of them. He's Brock Lesnar. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that it was a fucking no contest.
But so-
he just wanted to fuck
So is
shit up.
Braun's cashing done?
Yeah.
But this
Over.
is again, this
That
is
was
stupid.
shit cashing.
But this is stupid though.
But that
because-
is.
But the thing is,
that's
yeah.
WWE.
But
isn't it?
this is the fact though. They're literally gonna make Braun like Bray Wyatt. Yeah.
If they're not
No,
careful,
they will though.
No, if they're not
No.
careful.
If he doesn't win the title in the next 3 months, they will destroy him. They destroy everything.
So hold on to that feeling, and I will come back to that feeling because I can ease your pain.
No, you can't.
I can
No,
ease
you
your pain. In fact, fuck it. Let's go quickly to because WWE has agreed a fucking stupid amount of money to go back to Arabian Night, like Arabian Day.
The crown jewel.
Roman's
Suck
crown
my
jewel.
AKA, give us all your money.
Suck my crown jewels.
I can't wait till Armchair Mania.
Oh, it's going to be great, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So, yes, your fears, right? You're saying about Braun maybe becoming nothing. He's going back to the Holy Land where he won a 50 fucking man
He did.
Royal
Oh, yeah.
Rumble.
Oh,
He's going to slay these two with ease.
Is
He's the people's champ.
Is he?
He's the Arabian monster.
Is he? Now look.
He's the diamond in the rough.
Exactly. He's the greatest.
Don't
world
fear
champion.
him. He's the diamond
got-
in the rough.
They could do like belt v
Right.
belt. He's got that
Understand,
shitty, you know,
understand,
Arabian belt,
yeah.
isn't he?
I would actually do a bet with you, but you don't actually fulfil on your bets. 'Cause
I'm going to.
You're still meant to get a tattoo.
I'm
You're
going
still-
to.
Where's that
But
Marty
I
Jannetty
guarantee-
top
It's
belt?
coming, it's coming.
I guarantee that Braun does not win in Saudi fucking Arabia.
You want to have 20 quid on it?
Well, that's 20 quid on it.
No.
It's fine. He's just, do you want to give it to me now? Because you fucking just throw it down the way.
Oh,
You're betting against
really
Roman
enjoy that.
and fucking
You know,
Brock
you
Lesnar.
know, if I win that 20 quid,
Yeah.
I'm just going to frame it.
He's just gonna frame his 20 quid.
It's cool. You frame it. But guess what? It's going to be your 20 quid you're giving to me in a frame. It's fucking Brock and Roman.
See, I
Yeah.
can't see. I can't see like Reigns losing this either.
No. No.
I can.
If Brock, if
Yeah, but
Brock-
last time,
I'm telling you now, if
it's
Braun-
basically a glorified like house show
Yeah.
again. He's not
So,
gonna
so,
lose the
so,
title
so,
when
so
he's-
this comes before Survivor Series, and I'll tell you why
So this
Braun
is
wins, right?
Yeah.
The War Dogs
Yeah.
will have all the titles,
Yeah.
right? A GM who is currently active in Corbin,
Yeah.
who is also on this
Oh, he's
side.
doing superb, by the way.
Right.
Well done, Baron.
I've
Genuinely, I'm
Yeah.
such a Baron fan right now.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, what are they going to do? They're going to make Kurt Angle put on his little gimp fucking
Oh, God,
shield
he's,
suit
son.
again.
he's rumoured to be coming back to the ring soon.
And then maybe throw Finn Balor and Kevin Owens in the mix just for the hell of it, or even if it's just those
Yeah.
four, right? Even if it's just those four, with all the titles on the line and the GM position.
I want to do like Team Angle v Team Corbin then.
Yeah, with Team Shield for like the Hounds of Justice versus the
Okay.
Dogs of War.
So
With
what did-
Corbin.
With
Oh,
the
Corbin
guy from
and
TGI's
Angle.
Fridays.
Yeah. And what did Finn and Owen get?
Well, they probably won't be in it. They probably won't.
Oh,
be.
so you just
Or
throw
maybe a title opportunity.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
a
a
title
bit.
opportunity.
Oh, cool, yeah.
But
Then they're
that's
going to
how it
lose
would
again
be.
because it's Roman fucking
Exactly.
But
right.
I'm
Like,
telling
Reigns
you,
ain't gonna lose
I'm
till
telling you
Mania.
now, the
No, he
Dogs
won't.
of War.
If Braun's going to win it, we're going to have to put up with this tedious bullshit till WrestleMania, and we genuinely might get another Daniel Bryan moment. But guess what? We won't, because Vince doesn't like us.
He's going to be champion for
Was
Survivor
it-
Series.
was it-
Guaranteed.
Was it at Survivor Series? They normally do a champion v champion thing, so it might be him versus
Yeah.
AJ, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Do you not remember
What's
Jinder
that,
Brock?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Ooh, yeah. It wasn't Jinder.
No, but Jinder it was going to be,
Vince
then it was AJ.
Like,
yeah.
fuck, they say
I'm
that.
I'm just telling you. That's my prediction. I wouldn't fear it's the only match that has been confirmed for Crown Jewels, but there is another match.
Yeah, he does keep
Accordingly,
annoying.
that could happen. Well, we know about our other pay-per-view, what we're going to touch upon after this. What I'm actually quite excited about, Super Showdown.
What?
But
Super Showdown.
because of what's happening at Super Showdown, accordingly at Crown Jewels, Mr. Moneybags in Arabia has persuaded your bum chum. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy! Not your boy talk. Boy talk!
I'm just a sailor.
Yeah, sailor! I want your money. I'm just a seller. Oh, fuck it, I'll face Corporate Kane or even Mayor Jacobs.
I bet you're dying inside a little
Your
bit.
favourite
Just a
wrestler
little
is
bit.
fucking Uggs.
Yeah,
They're very comfy,
no,
Uggs, yeah.
Yeah.
Really,
Your
really
favourite
well
wrestler brings a
made.
Liam.
new t-shirt
let's
every
face
week. He
it.
had a match to sell a t-shirt with
So,
his
yeah.
shitty wife.
Okay,
On the
No.
Mount,
So
on the
it-
Mount Rushmore of
so it-
wrestling right now,
But no, yeah, so
you
it's
have
gonna be-
HBK is one of those faces. I'm not gonna deny you that HBK is one of the greatest in-ring
No,
performers,
he is.
and
he
he's
is.
up there.
He's
but
up
he's
there.
not. He's not the
Calm
greatest.
down.
No, he
But-
is.
He has said for years he would never wrestle.
Yeah, and he won't.
And the only thing what would make sense, and I'll touch upon it later, what he could have done, what I maybe would have dug, was had he got involved at Super Showdown,
Why?
then later down the line, Taker was in the
No.
Rumble,
No.
Shawn comes out,
Taker
fucking
can't
eliminates
walk.
Taker,
Yeah, well,
and then you have Taker, Shawn,
Oh, this is
Part
so
3, WrestleMania, that's it. But instead, we're going to get the much anticipated return of Shawn Michaels,
No, we're not.
Triple H versus Mayor Glenn Jacobs
Why? Right. Why?
and
Why?
Undertaker.
Fake news.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
rumoured to happen.
No.
Fake news.
Look,
Strong
understand this, and
Your
I mean
best
this.
mate Meltzer
I mean
confirmed
this
it,
genuine.
basically.
I mean it's genuine. Now I'm going to be honest. Can I just have the forum for a little bit?
Okay.
I love Shawn Michaels. Everyone knows it. Let's not try and pretend it's not true. Yeah, he has the greatest retirement match and story of all time.
Yeah.
The second one was Ric Flair. Ric Flair went to TNA and pissed on his legacy. I don't care. I'm shooting. You can have a go at me. Someone else that's also pissing on his legacy, in my opinion, is Daniel Bryan.
there's some great
No,
matches,
let me finish. Daniel Bryan had one of the greatest stories in wrestling. I do not like the man. I think he's boring. But his rise was brilliant. Yeah? And it genuinely was brilliant. He's a fucking mid-carder wrestling with his wife. It's pathetic.
His wife's pretty
Before then, he was wrestling with Baron Corbin and other mid-carders. He was top of the food chain, and now he is there. Shawn Michaels should never come out of retirement. He has the greatest retirement match. If he gets involved, cool. But the fact of the matter is, retire The Undertaker as well, because let's be honest, it's not been good for years. Yes, it's lovely to see him, but realistically, it's getting sad. End of it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well,
it's
it
giving
sounds
me
like that,
a
didn't it?
nervous
There he goes,
breakdown.
He's going to return and chill
So,
out your dreams.
if you're
and-
listening to this, Prince Ali Babua down in Saudi Arabia. If you want the showstopper and Glenn Jacobs, you might as well go and shove your fingers right up your bottom, according to Liam.
Fuck you.
Because we don't want to see it.
I mean,
I'm
to be
with
fair,
you.
like if he's
I'm with
watching,
you.
like, can you please pay us to go out there and watch it?
Oh, pay me to sing the opening tune.
Yeah,
Arabian Night.
Please just give us one of your front row armchairs.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. But I will
You
not
ready to try
be
and get
playing-
that home?
I will not be playing
Here's your
FedEx.
souvenir sofa. Great.
No, I would take it home.
Dad!
To be fair, we can put it right there.
It'd be great though if Roman was just the face and the main cushion, so you could always
I can always have a shit on his
Yeah.
face. That'd be great.
fart on
wouldn't
it
it?
constantly. But right, so I mean it's just strong rumour. But what isn't rumoured is we are now going to I'm going down a land down under. It was called Tropicana. Adam,
What's it?
Super Showdown.
The Super Showdown.
Super,
By the way,
super
What is up with
showdown.
this like Crocodile Dundee remake they're doing?
What?
They're doing like a remake. of
Yeah,
Crocodile
yeah.
Dundee.
The trailer looks
Yeah,
really good.
with like, is there a
Trailer looks
sequel?
really good.
It looks a bit shit.
Oh, really?
I generally thought you were chatting about
Margot
New
Robbie.
Day stuff from SmackDown.
No.
There's an actual
Generally,
sequel
we haven't
to
decided
Crocodile
that.
Dundee.
Margot Robbie, it looks really good in my opinion.
Oh, it's Margot Robbie. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's fours in it.
Oh,
What
fantastic.
more do you need?
But like the main
What, is he
dude,
the new Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah. No. I think
No.
he's
he's like his
no.
mate or something,
He's
isn't
the son's mate. The
You
son's
know
an
what I'd really
The
enjoy?
son's an American, so it's a turn. It's a twist.
he? It's the
His
guy
son
who's
is
in the-
American.
what is it?
When he was in America, he knobbed a bird. Son comes over.
Yeah.
Has to fit in Australia. Margot Robbie's really hot bar chick, and Thor's in it as.
Does it
just
turn
a
out to
mate.
be Steve Irwin's son?
I don't know yet.
No,
because we haven't watched the
Crocodile
movie.
Dundee.
That's what. and it's
Slightly
probably-
related to Wolverine.
No.
No,
Then I'm not interested.
No, but Hugh Jackman is in it. Hugh Jackman's in it as well. Hugh Jackman's in it as well. So I don't understand what you're
So
saying.
it's the most cliche
This is
of
what-
No,
Australian
it looks
movie
really
ever.
shit.
This
Anyway,
is nothing
anyway,
to do with
anyway.
wrestling, but you're a bonehead.
No, it looks shit.
Call out a knife.
We will review this film on future episodes.
This is a knife.
Watch our new TV series. Adam Liam argue movies.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that just to see you two go at it, but in a non-sexual way. But yeah, Super Showdown, a lot has been confirmed. First of all, I want to touch upon a product that not a lot of you watch, but I've grown to love it, and that is 205 Live. There is a huge match at Super Showdown.
Oh, is that? Who is it?
Buddy Murphy in front of
Hometown hero.
his hometown of Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, is he from Australia?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Versus Cedric Alexander. And don't be surprised if this isn't one of the best matches of the night.
I thought you
It
were
will
saying
be.
headline,
It will be.
But Buddy will win.
headline and then I was like,
Although,
he's gone way crazy.
This honestly,
And to be fair, was it like
It
205 has been absolutely killing it for like last few months.
it's been fucking great. And Buddy Murphy has been one of the main
It's had,
reasons.
like consistently like the best matches week to week,
Can-
unlike any promotion.
Alright, can I genuinely just ask, am I the only one on Loose Trunks that doesn't watch 205 Live?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, let's go.
You should watch it.
And
But I
and by the
genuinely
way,
think you would enjoy
Schofield's
it.
the only person in the room that opinion I actually.
But he
care
would watch it if
But
he
like,
had
it has
time.
like better matches and
Schofield's important, learning how to do all this shit and doing stuff in Microsoft and all the rest of it. So the only reason
I do not have time to watch wrestling. Straight up.
Well,
Like,
that's a lie. You tweet me every week about World of Sport.
oh, sport!
You love World of
I'm
Sport.
David Boy
Don't
Smith.
talk about what world of
Die.
sport.
But yeah, so anyway.
Don't poison this show.
Super
Don't talk
Showdown.
about that shit.
It's gonna be a very good pay-per-view. They should have just called it fucking Super Tag Team.
That would be shit. No.
Well, no, they should have because
That's worse than
they-
Super
Can't do
Showdown.
that.
And you bypassed why because there are 6 tag team matches on the
I didn't
card.
realise there's that many. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Who's in charge?
Yeah.
Theodore Long.
You've got the New Day versus the Bar. You've got the Dogs of War versus the Hounds of Justice. You've got Naomi and Asuka versus the Iconics. You've got
There's
who
the
else
whole,
you've
what is
got?
it? It's the Bellas and Ronda.
Yeah,
versus-
Bella and Ronda versus the Riot
yeah.
Squad. I'm sure there's another fucking 2 on there. Like literally, I was going through the card and I was like, another tag match, another tag match, another tag match, another tag match. Wow, it is a lot of tag matches. But we can skip past all of them because the only thing that's going to come out of this pay-per-view is that we're going to finally see a Nikki turn on Ronda,
You
setting
reckon?
up their match at Evolution.
Oh.
But then, like,
And that-
does Nikki turn heel, or does she just do a sort of
Yeah,
mutual
yeah.
respect?
No,
or
no,
something?
no.
What does Bree do? Because Bree's a fucking
What's
weird.
your
Bremo!
She's a wrecking ball. She's a tour de force of shit.
No, but I'm actually not joking now. Yeah,
Yeah, Nikki's
the
gonna
Bellas are so entwined. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Bree's now.
Oh
With,
yeah, no.
no,
it's-
and
yeah.
Bree's now with her husband. Daniel Bryan's never going to be a heel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Then-
Bree go heel, or does she stay with her husband and go, "You're a coward now, Nikki"?
Yeah, no, I can't see them turning a Brie.
Yeah, but you got to
Brie
remember,
on,
like
so-
Brie Bella, essentially at the moment is fucking Batman of WWE. She lives a double life. One night she's Bruce Wayne, the other night she's Batman. Like
But then,
one
like,
night
then-
she's fighting the terrible team of Miz and Maurice, and the other night she's fighting the fucking Riot Squad. Like she is literally the only woman on the roster that's in 2 fucking different storylines, and they're both meant to be quite big storylines.
See, I can't.
She is.
See,
Right.
I can't see them turning Nikki though.
Nikki's going to be a heel.
Because
Nikki's a heel in this.
I can't see them turning
Oh,
her.
she is.
Mainly because what was it? Like,
You couldn't see
mainly
Becky
because-
turning heel after
No,
SummerSlam.
mainly
Becky's a
because-
fully fucking heel
mainly
now.
because Total Divas is still and Total Bellas is still on TV.
That's
so,
what it don't fucking matter.
and like she's like the main feature of those shows, and they wouldn't want the main character from those shows to be a heel.
They're not going to make Ronda Rousey heel. Like,
No,
so
no,
therefore,
well,
one of them has
yeah.
to be. And
They don't
they'll
have to
bring
be a
Nikki.
heel. They can do
No,
a
it's
mutual
gonna be a heel,
respect
mate.
bollocks.
No,
you know.
Nikki's gonna be heel.
It's
It's
evolution.
Nikki's
What are they,
gonna
yay?
come in and be
Yay,
like,
women's
I'm
rights.
the greatest women's wrestler. I'm the reason this whole evolution started, and like because she is the longest reigning
And
champion.
then Trish comes
And
out,
that
beats
is-
them all up.
And that is why they're going to headline the fucking
And
pay-per-view.
Ronda will hopefully snap her neck.
But
What, headline showdown?
Again.
no, they're going to headline Evolution.
Oh, I thought you were well mental.
But the main thing that Super Showdown is all about is Triple H, the game, the King of Kings versus the Undertaker, the Dead Man, the Phenom. Last time ever, until we get bored and make it happen again.
And make that into a tag match.
And Crown Jewels. And fuck it, we've got HBK on the dotted line. But yeah, I mean,
It's not going to be a good match, is it?
this. Look, mate, I was.
Is it a wheelchair match?
I was excited for this match.
It's a stretcher match where they both
Is
start on
Kane,
the stretcher.
is Kane using Undertaker as a puppet?
The first one
when
to
this
get
match
off
got
that stretcher
confirmed
wins.
originally, I was like,
Yeah, that's
I was-
casket match,
this-
but
this-
actually someone does get buried.
I was like, this will be alright. This match, this should be alright.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And
definitely.
then as the weeks went on, we saw a couple of good promos, and I was like, no, this
Promo
actually, this could be more than a good match. You know, like the era is back. I was like, oh, I'm slightly hard over this. This could be pretty fucking good. And then old Wonky Eye comes out. Like, no offense, Liam, it fucking sucked. Absolutely sucked.
What sucked? Are you being serious?
It
Are you actually being fucking
sucked.
serious?
It sucked.
That was fucking one of the best promos we've had in a year.
Fuck
Are you
off.
actually being serious?
It
No, I'm
sucked.
actually not joking now. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I know you're not.
He spoke
It
about the
sucked,
respect.
didn't it?
He spoke about the
This was
respect.
HBK and the mic.
Exactly.
And the crowd would just had to take
Yeah,
it
he'll
the
fucking
whole
like-
fucking
And
time.
this is why
Oh,
you
that
don't
one-eyed
know.
Willie coming out.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going all in.
No, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's so much respect between two of the greatest, probably the two greatest wrestlers, sports entertainers we've ever had, showing respect, but also taking little shots, and it was fucking epic.
Can I tell you why it
Superb.
sucks?
Why? Why did it suck?
Because the next week they undone all that fucking hard work by going, I'm bringing my brother Kane, and then you're like, fucking great. Who isn't true? They're going for Wonky Eye and Triple H, D-Generation X versus the Brothers of
So
Destruction.
then, yes, just
Drop me out,
Let's just
gag me.
Wait. So let's just backtrack 1 second. Yeah, you said, and whatever you're saying about him, yeah, and you're saying it's his fault. That doesn't sound like his fucking fault. That sounds like That sounds like the man on your shirt, Undertaker's fault. But the fact of the matter is, what you want to do is have cheap little digs at me, and by talking about Shawn Michaels. Now, do you know what? We're going a little bit personal here. He's asked me to he's asked him to give me a family member a job. He hasn't got a job now. You talk too far. I told you to stop. That's what you've done. Undertaker's getting his brother involved, yeah? That's great. It's not Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels delivered
Come
a
on,
great promo.
Liam, you're a big fan of Kane, right?
I love Kane.
Right,
What's
and I'm
the-
a fan of Kane.
what's the, like,
but
you-
the geezer's a fucking man. Let him run fucking Knoxville.
Right.
Stop dragging the old cunt
what's
out.
the-
and
like
making him
this-
fucking.
oh,
I'm gonna stand.
So you're going to say like this match
What
is
do
better
you
for having
think?
Kane and
No,
HBK?
Glenn Jacobs has got enough time
But
in
you
his
know-
busy
you know-
schedule to be going all the way over
I'm
to
so
fucking
He's got a-
Melbourne,
no.
Australia,
He's got
with
kiss
all the
babies,
land.
I literally want to make one more point. You baffle me as a human being and a wrestling fan. Because your issue with this match is Kane being
And
there.
Shawn Michaels.
Right. And
They
Shawn
didn't
Michaels.
need him.
Shawn
They
Michaels.
didn't need him.
Undertaker can't fucking walk.
Well,
He's alright. It's gonna be quite
Undertaker can't walk.
He seemed to walk against Rusev.
It's going to be the complete opposite to previous WrestleManias where Triple H is whacking with a chain.
Yeah.
Going, you know, stay down. So this time we go, get up.
We've got to go more than 2 minutes.
Instead of a fucking steel chair, it's going to be his fucking walking frame.
Do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why Kane and Undertaker are there? Because they're gonna have to have a little fight when Undertaker's trying to find his hip again. He's going, I can't find my hip.
I
I
think
don't know where
it'll
my
be,
hip is.
it's going to be okay.
It's going to be a pile of wank.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
Here we go with
So,
the final way, guys.
1, 2, 3. And also, I'd like to, if we could do one more of them, I'd like to just say, Randy Orton, you have been known for years as the king of 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry because you've been awesome lately. Just on a side note, just wanted to say that. But yes, this match I just think it blindsided me. I got excited, and then I thought, Sam, this is gonna be like if they fucking dug out Hulk Hogan and got him to face Ric Flair. It'd be fucking disastrous. I don't think anyone wins here. I really don't think anyone wins.
It's the overbooked mess now.
And I also think that, like, the only way this match could have actually worked, and I said it earlier, but had you not dropped in that HBK was already going to be there, Kane was already going to be there, and you had him as surprise pops, you'd be like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool, right? But also, fucking Undertaker fucking picks up the win, right? Undertaker then comes back, surprise entry at the Royal Rumble. Shawn Michaels then comes down, eliminates him, and it sets up one last fucking match because he's been granted by his best friend to get revenge, to put a final now in this story where they've both first in 3 times.
The is in the story. They had 3 epic matches.
3
of the greatest matches of all time, and the greatest time match. We don't
There's 4
need
actually.
Yeah. 4, but we don't need to see it. We do not need to see this again.
It was done with like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, and I'll be truthfully honest. You're a retard. Yeah? Because you want to see Undertaker wrestle other people. He is nearly
No, I don't.
dead.
I'd like to see Undertaker go off.
He's nearly
I would
dead.
have liked.
I mean, like, he should
I
have
would
retired
have liked
first.
at the time when he put down his stuff, even though it was the wrong person to defeat him. I would have liked to have seen that been there with him. Then the John Cena stuff, that was cool, and I thought maybe we might get a second part of John Cena Undertaker.
Then fucking Rusev Day.
Yes, and then we had Rusev Day randomly thrown in.
Randomly
It basically
generated.
shows me that, and this is another point I'm going to make, with Super Showdown, Crown Jewels, with Evolution, does it feel like WWE are just fucking throwing us pay-per-views? When at the beginning of the year they said there will only be 12 pay-per-views, and now we've got fucking 16 or 18 of the
These aren't pay-per-views.
Well,
They're
the whole-
glorified house shows
exactly.
to make money. The only one that is Evolution. And do you know what? It's a cool concept. You see what
No,
happens.
great. They deserve.
Yeah.
But
No, I know you said, but the thing is, what you have to understand is, and people don't like to admit this, it's one of the reasons why we have only WWE as the big wrestling company, and Ring of Honor, the TNAs, the New Japans, even all of them, Progress, all of that will never ever be as big. Is because guess what? WWE can go Saudi Arabia for one night and get £5 billion. We've only got the Australian one because they're getting probably like $200 billion, whatever.
and a snake.
And a snake. And a nice hat.
Probably like
When they come to London.
But that's the thing.
Come to London.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, they come to
Do
London.
the fucking King of the Ring
Exactly.
at London.
But they-
You might even get the future fucking king to come.
Yeah, but
How great would that be?
I blame Brexit.
Yeah, fuck Brexit.
Yeah, fuck Brexit.
Fucking Theresa
Cost
May.
us WrestleMania.
You slut.
Cunt.
And on that fine note,
Dance
this
to that.
has been Loose Trunks. This is the first time we've ever gone live. We got more time, have we? Oh, we got more time. How long have we got out of this? Oh, we got 15 up. Fantastic.
Can I-
Would anyone like a game then?
No, can I?
Would you like a game?
Can I just do one thing before we do a game? I do like
Twister?
that. Can we just go around and say our favourite wrestler at the moment?
At the moment.
Because I actually think the fans might want to know who.
All right.
We don't even need to explain it. Just say who genuinely is making us watch the product.
Here we go. I will say, because it'd be easier.
Yeah.
One person from each brand.
Okay.
Okay? So, you can name 5 stars. So, first of all, Liam, NXT.
NXT, black still.
NXT, Dave.
I'm going to say Jumper.
Oh,
Dream.
Ciampa. 205.
I don't know anyone.
Oh, it's got to be Juggernaut.
Can you choose one for me? You know what I
Juggernaut
like.
as well.
Juggernaut.
Buddy
There you
Murphy, yeah?
Yeah, Murphy, yeah.
I would go to Gulak. I love Gulak.
It's
Don't blow the go.
Or TJ Peace. Very
Wait,
close.
I just
He's
I just
fucking
actually want to know
great.
who I vote for. Is Murphy Juggernaut?
Yes.
Oh, cool. 'Cause I actually,
He's good.
I genuinely
He's
don't know.
alright, he's good.
Raw.
Raw, well, KO's been a bit sideways, but I'd actually go with Drew and Braun and Drew, all that.
Well, the Dogs of War.
Yeah, all
So
three
you're
of
just
them. I am,
collectively saying
yeah,
Dogs of
yeah.
War.
But I really am enjoying it, and I'm actually
Cop
enjoying
out. So
it. The only thing I will say as well, Raw was really good the other week because we had 3 and B on TV all in one ring, and that was amazing.
Yeah, no, very true. Dave?
McIntyre.
I really like the Riot Squad at the moment.
Yeah, good shout.
They're doing good
Very,
shit.
very
Good
nice.
shit. First of all,
Sounds like that
I thought they
answer
were
came
pretty.
from your hand, but like, yeah, fair play,
My
mate.
hands were freeze.
Raw has got for me at the moment, but you know I said Drew, but it's got to be Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Rollins hasn't had a bad match. I feel like now in about 5 months. SmackDown.
Oh, Joe.
Cien Almas.
Yes, great fucking
Yeah,
shout.
that's a great shout.
And he's been great. He has
Love
been
him.
fucking great.
Him
Mate.
in Vegas.
I was going to say the same thing in Almas, and obviously Dave Brock.
The Miz.
Fuck off.
And I'm not saying the Miz just to annoy you. It is the Miz.
As your co-host, I'm disgusted.
You're not my co-host. You are not my brie.
I'm basically I'm not your brie. You're my brie.
Yeah, no. I'm the Miz, you're Maurice.
No, it's horrible. It's even worse.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
I'll be.
Awesome!
I'll be like Birdie, and you can be Brie.
Nah, mate.
It works.
Nah.
What?
What, you want to hit
I would
Sam?
want
You want to Sam?
You want me to
Oh,
suck
sorry.
on your teeth?
Yeah. You
No.
want?
Alright, moving on. Have we done all the Britons? Yeah, we've done all the Britons. Yeah, that was a good question. Alright. Let's go for your dream match.
My dream match.
Yeah. You get 2. 2 dream matches.
What?
One.
Current? Oh, wait. Are people retired or we just saying
You
now?
can dig them up out of the grave,
Anywhere.
whatever. Dream match.
Genuinely, I said it the other day on Facebook. I just want to see Eddie Guerrero wrestle again.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. I don't even care who he's against. Give me Batista, which was a very average match. Seeing Eddie Guerrero, one of the great
Performance from Eddie, yeah.
technicians I've ever seen, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, no,
I
fair
love him.
crack.
I love him.
Dave?
Let's address the elephant in the room. Rey Mysterio is back, people.
Yes!
So I'm going to pick Mysterio, and I'm going to pick him versus AJ Styles.
One of our fans did say earlier, and I did forget your name, I do apologise. It was a fucking great comment. He said now Ray is potentially coming back. Ames.
Yeah,
Ray
that'd be
will
great.
fucking
Yeah,
have
that'd be really
a
good.
great feud.
It'd be
on
amazing.
the same show. And I was
build
like,
him up
perfect
massively.
pairing. I just,
Yeah.
you know, you just don't think, do you? La la la,
Yeah, no.
like that. So yeah.
I mean, I'd like. Was it like AJ v Bryan still? Because they've
Yeah.
not had that match up yet, and they could actually pull out an amazing match. But hopefully, it don't go the same way AJ Nakamura went. That being a dream match type thing.
Have you seen?
Fell a bit flat, but
Just
hopefully
just
they would
generally
work well
asking you,
together.
have you seen from the Ring of Honor days, AJ, Brian, and Tyler? So Seth Rollins freeway. That's a
Tyler
brilliant
Black
match.
one.
Brilliant match.
DVD of it.
Yeah, it's a brilliant match. You should watch it.
it.
If you're a Daniel Bryan fan, you should watch it. But you're
Well,
not.
yeah, but that's Bryan Danielson.
Oh, it's a different person. I said different
Different
person.
characters, yeah. Liam.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought it was the same
yeah.
person. I apologise.
Get your facts right.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
He
He hasn't got Uggs. Daniel
I've
Bryanson or
got to
Daniel
admit,
Bryanson.
I would go for. I'm going to be greedy and go for 3. One would be Hogan Cena, as it's just the ultimate kind of pairing, you know,
What,
like
rock special guest referee. No one, everyone wins.
yeah. I just think like
During the match, just going,
Fuck
I'm
it,
not
yeah.
jobbing. I'm not jobbing.
I just
I'll
think-
totally watch that.
I just think
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the 80s, this would have been a dream match. I like that.
Cena was
I
six.
think- I think had the Hell in a Cell been a thing, or actually no, not the Hell in a Cell. I will change it to a 60-minute Iron Man match
Oh.
between Owen Hart and Bret Hart. Would have been fucking awesome,
I wouldn't have watched it.
mate. Owen Hart.
It would have been the
Owen
bollocks,
Hart-
Liam. Come
Owen
on, come
Hart
on.
was
Owen
the
Hart
man.
was
Was the
yeah.
fucking
I've
man.
watched.
Was the-
Honestly, I'm not even trying to lie to people. I hate Bret Hart. I hate all the Harts. I've watched 3 Bret Hart matches, and they
Shawn
were
won every
they
one.
were okay.
Yeah.
They were semi
To
okay.
be fair, like Sean wouldn't be who he is without Bret Hart. So.
Bret made Sean.
With Bret definitely made Sean. Yeah, cool. Good comments. You're brilliant.
Yeah, he did.
And then Stone Wombles, and then Stone Cold versus Punk. I think.
Yes, but
I'd say
that
for
was
my-
always the one that I think should have
For
happened.
my Eddie Guerrero one, it would actually be Sean v Eddie. Because before Eddie died, it was the next program was going to be Sean Eddie, and we never saw it. And I actually think that would have been a great match.
All right, last question.
Oh,
Comic match.
Comedic.
Yeah.
type.
So for example, my
Okay.
my one triple threat match between Vince McMahon, Ted Turner, Paul Heyman.
Like,
What?
Oh,
What?
Sorry. Do that one more time.
Pile of wank!
It'd be a great match. It's a comic match. It's
Alright,
a comic match.
this is a comic match.
It'll be
yeah?
funny
No.
if they did it really serious.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've got a funny comic match. How about Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey? Fucking pain around.
No, I've actually got one. I'm going to play in the stereotypes. Hurricane.
Yep.
Always put on great match. Versus Grado. I'd genuinely love to see
Oh,
that.
that would be good.
I thought that'd be really funny. And Grado dressed as a super villain. So he plays the heel for the
I
night.
thought you were going to go dark there and say Rhino dressed as Rosie.
No. He's dressed as a super villain, and he's like, I'm gonna defeat you. I'd genuinely watch that. That was quite good.
And
I'm gonna go a bit smarky here and say I would like British Strong Style versus New Day, because the like comedy stuff British Strong Style doing in progress is really good.
Yeah.
right.
Was it my mates Jack and Doug will back me up there?
Are they not
hilarious
friends with
in
Sam?
progress. So no,
Yeah,
Sam didn't know that.
No, but they are funny as shit in
Yeah,
progress,
they
and them
Oh.
them against New Day
Oh,
could be
just
a
so
really
you know,
good, like, comedic
you
match.
definitely haven't seen it. I know Adam's seen it. Trent Seven has had the promo of the year with that
He's the
against, and when he literally goes, he's talking about Brock Lesnar being his best mate.
My
It's
best mate slash colleague.
Yeah. Boo me as much as you want. I'm on WWE money now, so brilliant.
I mean, I always.
But you don't know what indie wrestling is.
I've always
do you?
backed Trent though. I've always
Oh,
backed
yeah?
Trent.
Yeah, of course
He
you have.
didn't.
I'm not a big fan of Trent still. But
Yeah,
he's
Oh, I love
funny,
him.
but-
It's because of the girl you were seeing fancied him at the time. It was.
Adam doesn't like women.
Exactly. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
He likes bearded
I'm
gimps.
a man, I'm a one man.
He goes round. He just goes round farms and goes, "Are you Daniel? Are you Daniel? Come here."
Wanking off.
Fucking you'll do.
Hey, look, goats are very,
So, should we play?
Right
Should we
line.
play one game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Twister.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's do this.
Or Twister.
Or Twister.
Or
Not-
Kaplunk.
You know, or Kaplunk.
I love
It could be
Kaplunk.
great. It could be great, but let's play. Let's do this. Okay, so this week, Liam, your buzzer is gonna be, I'm just a sellout. Go on now.
I think Liam would never buzz in there.
I think you can change it to I'm just a sexy sellout.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel
Yeah, I think that's a
slightly
good
better.
compromise, yeah.
Yeah, well done. Well done,
Yeah,
Scott.
cool. I'm probably not going to play this game then. I'm just going to probably play with my toy. So, sorted.
Dave.
Aye.
I can't wait for Ronda Nikki.
Can't wait for Ronda Nikki.
And Adam. My Gimps gets beaten by the Miz.
My gimps get beaten by the Miz.
Yeah, my goat face Gimp.
Keep expanding it if you want.
No, it's a bit long, that one. Miz fucks Brian.
Fine. Miz fucks Brian.
There you go.
Raw.
Sounds like I'm really
That could
road
be,
title the sun.
I'll click on
Miz
that.
Imagine that.
fucks Brian.
Oh my God, she's
Oh,
hit Miz fuck Brian.
Oh, God.
But yeah, okay,
Watch
so
it.
let's go with
Is it what? Then first to 3 points? Is it?
yeah, first 3 points.
But do we win?
Dignity, respect, and a ticket to Crown Jewels.
He hasn't got dignity or respect, so.
I lost it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Then.
so I'll
Okay.
never win.
Ready? Do 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 do.
Keep doing it.
I literally got Macho Man.
Miz fucks Brian.
Yeah.
I hope someone's getting this.
Miz fucks Brian.
Listen to these, just these
Listen-
notes.
Okay.
I can't wait for Nikki versus Ronda. Is it United Nations?
Miz fucks Brian.
It was wonderful, broken match.
Whoa, what?
What?
Oh,
Da 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 da.
I don't think it's that, is it? Is that it?
Yeah. Da 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 da.
I don't think that's
Trust Trust me.
I don't think it is.
It is.
No.
It is.
Next to piano, it's like.
It sounded at points. It sounded more like Macho Man, but then you went like, "Oh no, here's a little bit of Kurt Angle."
That's how it goes.
It does.
Anyway.
No, I thought it was Diesel.
Here you go.
We love Diesel in this corner.
I can't wait for Ronda versus Nikki. Diesel.
Yeah.
How did I not get that?
These always comes out from fame.
Always Diesel.
Damn Diesel.
Ready?
I can't wait for Diesel.
It's going to be a big shout, Dave.
Dan.
Sam's a pile of wank. That's funny.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I don't care. Seth Rollins.
No.
I literally just want to call you a pile of
I
wank.
can't wait for Ronda versus Nikki. APA.
No.
Does that mean they're out then?
We'll skip that one because I really.
No.
That's wrong.
Did you do it wrong?
Drop the ball.
It's the problem with live TV.
Who was it?
See,
It was meant to be bang. It's me. It's DDP, and then I forgot the choke. I cracked under the pressure.
See,
You're not good at this.
No.
Time out. I want the co-host to do one. I'm not playing, so.
I can't wait for
Bucks
Ronda.
Bryan. Scott Hall.
No.
I can't wait for Ronda versus Nikki. Crash Holly.
Yeah!
Do we not have your co-host not do one? Right. You can take my go. You're on my team. Schofield's on my team. Schofield, you're on my team.
No, I'm not,
I
Liam.
can't say that thing. And I want a point. Well, at least
I wondered how long it
Al Snow, you thick bastard!
It was Al Snow.
Barmano, thank you, Schofield.
It was the what does everybody want?
Say that. So.
I didn't know how the song went ahead.
You're not very good.
I can't wait for Ronda versus Nikki. Deborah.
I will give you Deborah because she come down to it with Jeff Jarrett. So
Exactly.
yeah,
We'll count that.
Oh, God.
No.
which means
Is that it?
Yeah, it came down to it.
she came down to it for many of a year.
Yeah.
So that is 3 points, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, that is.
Congratulations, David!
Got my prize.
Shit there.
And on that exciting ending, this has been our first ever live show, and we actually, I think we kept it rather PG, you bunch of cunts. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for subscribe to this channel, like our Facebook, go on Instagram and follow us on that. Go on Twitter. I don't know if anyone actually does Twitter anymore now. Don't know.
Don't follow me home.
But don't follow Dave's home unless you want a butt raping. And we would like to thank you on this. We'd like to thank our chief and editor, Schofield. Yeah! And yeah, we'll see you very soon to shoot the breeze. And you know what? You will see us. The next time you see us, it will be early in the morning because we're going to do a live episode on Super Showdown. The morning at my house. Super Showdown. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Heard it here first.
What?
So did I.
Yeah! Da, 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 da.